friends, my name is Sampath Kumar. I have around 12 years of IT experience. I have been worked with Qualcomm, Integra, Box, Motorola, Google, and Xilinx. Like after this journey, I decided I need to start my own startup company. Then I started my Freenet Solutions Private Limited. I'm the founder and we have three more co-founders for this company. Everyone have experience in data science and artificial intelligence. And we had like around 4 trainers in Freenet Solutions Private Limited. So everyone has like a great experience, hands-on experience in data science and artificial intelligence. And the topics which we cover in this one, I'll explain about that one. Before to that one, I want to clarify one thing. What is Freenet Solutions Private Limited? Freenet Solutions Private Limited is a artificial intelligence based IT company, and it also has a branch of corporate training. So we go to like some companies who are people working employees. If they want certain training, we go and train them. And also the people, students or individual employees, they want to join for the training, we give a training for them also. Okay, so FeedNet Solutions will provide a great support to the students. We'll provide the material to them, and the lab coordinators will be there, and every session is recorded, and you will have the access of recorded session for your lifetime access. Okay, and coming to the topics, like what we cover in this one. So let me explain that one. So in this data science syllabus, we have statistics which we cover, like mathematics, probability. I hope you people did in like 10th or intermediate and in your BTech education time. And Python will come up with the basic coding, like we'll train you in basic coding, as well as we'll train you in advanced level of coding. We'll give very good examples with the live training session. And machine learning concepts, we have different type of machine learnings, like supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. We'll discuss about that one in our demo session. And deep learning concepts and computer vision related things, natural language processing, Power BI, Flask, and cloud. Like we use cloud for deployment. Okay, our ML, deep learning, and NLP models, or machine learning models, we deploy that code with the help of like Flask and cloud. So we'll explain about this one more in detail, and what like you will get training. So I explain the topics, and while doing the training part, whenever you have any kind of doubt, you can ask the instructor, like the trainer, and you can ask n number of times. They are ready to support you back, and they will train you once more time. And if you have more questions, like you can watch the recorded session of that particular class, and if still you have facing some issue of after watching that recorded session also, you can discuss with the lab coordinators as well as the trainers. They will support you and they will train you. And if the people are thinking that they want the complete module, like stats or some machine learning module, if certain number of people in the room, they requested can be repeated one more time because they are not able to understand properly. We are okay with that one. We will support that one also, like based on the majority of the vote of the students, we'll redo the program for the students and we'll give a support. And also, like after post completing the training, until they get the job, we'll give a technical assistance, like job assistant will be there, will be helping them to build the resume, and we'll helping them like after going to interview, what are the technical questions being asked by the technical panel, if these people are not able to like explain them properly. So we'll train them like a week of training, like how we need to like do a technical answers, like how we need to give the best answers in the interview time. So like according to the we'll plan one small session for a group of people, and we'll keep on training them like until they get job. And also, like if they feel that certain topics they are not able to understand, then they can come back and they can request the team and their people are ready to help them. Right? This is the like great support which we'll get from the FieldNet to the students. And like when we see this one history of AI, coming to the demo session, the history of AI, I say like it started in 1950s to 1970. Journey started AI. Like I can say, like in my screen, you can see this one. Artificial intelligence is like a circle. In that one, we have a subcircle of machine learning. In that one, we have a subcircle of deep learning. So like when these people started this one artificial intelligence term, that time the people, some of the people like R&D people, like researchers and scientists of statistics related field people and the development side people, they chosen like R or Python, whichever the language, to implement that stats related problems. So whatever the stats related algorithms they want to build in the coding, like in software side, and they want to come up with the best solution. So like they implemented that thing and they came up with the machine learning, right? After that, again they are like want to go and do miracle things in deep learning side with the help of neural networks. They can easily read the brain interface by using the neural networks, and like if they can handle the like complex data, so like which is not able to handle by the machine learning. Machine learning has certain limits, and where deep learning can give like best support to them, and we can with the help of neural networks we can add the bias, we can add the weights, we can do like a feed forward neural network, like straightforward like calculations or backward calculations. So and so in that way, like they came up with the deep learning. Okay, so I'll explain this part also. Okay, and coming to the part of like if you want to like get an example, like if you want to see example of like artificial intelligence example, we have a great example, that is Alexa. Everyone know about this one. We have a Siri, we have Alexa, and we have in our mobile phones, whatever the mobile phones or laptops we are using it. Like you can see like, okay Google, what is the weather outside? So like what we are speaking it, so it is reading as a text inside, and it is trying to identify the patterns in the net, and it is pulling out the related message, and it is reading back. So we are able to listen that voice, like, okay Google, I want something, so it will read it back. So that application is developed in AI. So like Amazon Echo or like Alexa or like whatever the Siri, in our laptops we have the option, right? And coming to the part of machine learning example, like whenever you open a Google page and you are trying to search certain key, like user is searching for something on the Google, and if the user whatever he is searching is able to like able to get a recommendation, then on the from the first list of the page he will spend some time there, then Google thinks that okay, whatever is trying to find, I'm able to give the best recommendations to him. If in the first page he's not able to find with the related terms which he is searching, then he went for second page, third page, then Google thinks like the user is trying to find something which are not able to satisfy him, so it will make a negative rotation for that one. So I can show this one example live, like you can see this one. So right now I want to search something related to toys. So toys for kids are the toys for like the girls are there, toy shop near to me is there, like I can select any one. So I'll get a list of recommendations, right? And number of pages are there. If I am picking something from the top list, okay, then the Google thinks, okay, whatever I suggested to the user is satisfied with that one, I can make it positive point. If I'm not satisfied with this top list things, then I'll go, I'm searching somewhere in the 10th one, and I picked something from the 10th link, 10th page. It will think and it will make a negative mark like whatever I recommended in the first page, user is not satisfied that one with that one. So I need to give him a better solution in the next time. Like it will train by itself. So like a user goes to the second or third page, Google understands the user requirement wasn't satisfied, right? So what is machine learning? Okay, so machine learning, as I explained, like it is related to statistics related. And we are handling the large complex models. Like when you are watching cricket match or soccer game, if you go to like stock market exchange or like anywhere, like the number price which is coming up, which is predicting for next 5 years, or which is predicting for next 5 hours, or which is predicting for next 2 goals who will hit, like goal the soccer. So these predictions which we see on the online screen, like with the great calculation and the output, they will explain the insights, they will explain from it, right? So it will happen with the statistical models. So that statistical models are enabled in the machine learning, with the machine learning. And the best examples for that one, Snapchat, Netflix, and the agenda for today like session, like what I am trying to explain you guys. So real life applications of machine learning, challenges before machine learning, how did machine learning evolve and why use of machine learning, what is the machine learning, types of machine learning algorithms, and machine learning breakthroughs, machine learning careers, how it will be. So we'll discuss about this one. Real life applications of machine learning are like Netflix and a movie recommendation. Like in Netflix, whatever the movies you are watching, like a genre of movies, like horror movies or adventure movies or comedy movies, or like commercially hit movies, some kind of like movies you are watching. So next time, whenever you visit the same kind of Netflix page, it will recommend you the taste of your choice. It will recommend you, like if you are a good watcher of horror movies, it will list out the horror movies for yourself. Like you already watched some of the horror movies, like so or some movie, and it will, based on that one, it will relate you another recommendations. So it is developed in machine learning application. And Facebook, when you see like whenever you upload the video or upload the like photos more in your Facebook, initially what you do, you tag your friends number of times, and after a certain time, like Facebook will train itself with the help of like a deep face, and whenever you upload a new photo in your Facebook, again it will give you recommendations of whether he is your John, or who is this person, Divya or Ramya, whatever the names will be, it will suggest for you. Like if you say okay, it will feel that okay, my suggestion is correct and I'm taking post point. If you say that is not the correct name, then it will make it as a negative mark. So like in the same way, we have the application of PayPal. So if you see this PayPal application, most people will trust because this is the fraud detection enabled app, which is developed in the machine learning. And the challenges before machine learning, like we used to write the code in a rule-based system, and it's used to fail in the real-time scenario. Hand-coded system is very difficult to write every time and observe, and again we need to go back and sit again. We need to modify the code based on the test results. Again, okay, my test results are not proper. Okay, I need to do, because I cannot train my model there, right? So that is rule-based. When I am doing in my machine learning, like as much as I'm training my model, that much of experience will be increased to my model, and it will perform in the better way. When it comes, the program fails outside without machine learning test scenario, so many times it will fail and not suitable for the practical situation. And coming to the timeline line of the machine learning, it started from 1950, and in 97 they come up with the IBM Deep Blues, like they are playing chess, like with the robotic arm. So like our AI system is playing with a human being, it's defeated world champions nowadays, like you can see. And 2010 they came up with the Microsoft gesture recognition. 2014 they came up with the face recognition, which we saw already, Facebook. And in 2016 they came up with the AlphaGo, like with the combination of like DeepMinds and Alpha, like Google combination, they enabled this one. After that, so many came, like, Tesla is there, car automatic, and Audi A8 is there, which is like, if you are passionate about the cars. And if you see in the aircrafts, there are so many AI enabled systems came in. And in the if you go about for the cargo ships, and if you see somewhere in the cricket match, soccer games, everything are developed in, and we are getting the best stats, possibility based recommendations, and the performance wise they are recommending last year which player played good innings, and this year who are playing good innings, who should be in the team, who should be out of the team. So they are analyzing with the help of this statistical model, and it will be a fair enough game for everyone. And what are the benefits from the machine learning? If you see, like, you can analyze the complex data, inexpensive and affordable data management, accurate, quicker in processing, better decision making, and powerful process. Whatever we build, that will be the powerful processing. And as I mentioned earlier, like so whatever the past data, for example, I can say, if you take the healthcare domain, like in hospitals history, or you go with automobiles, okay, or you go with like banking transactions, right? I'll take 3 examples, okay? One is hospital related to the healthcare, one is like automobiles related to the manufacturing of whatever we see, and one more is the banking industry, like banking industry. So like the hospital, we have the patient history, right? All the hospitals has the patient history. This history with this experience from, if example, I take Medcover Hospital or Yashoda Hospital or Apollo Hospital. So what they do, like whatever the data from the past 10 years they have in their hand, they will consider it as an experience of data. So with this experience, they will analyze this data, okay? They will learn like new thing insights, and they modify, they manipulate, like they will drop out the unnecessary columns, and whatever the necessary columns, they will merge it, and they will give to our machine learning algorithm. With this machine learning algorithm, they will try to train the model. What they will do, they will try to train the model. After training the model, so I'll feel this one is a task. This one is an experience based on my previous experience of 10 years. We are training a model which we are assigned a task. So whenever I get a new patient in, so based on the previous history, so new patient came for heart disease. That means he need to be undergo with the open surgery. So with the same condition of this patient, they will analyze, they will cross check whether in the past 10 years of experience in Apollo Hospital, how many patients went for under this open surgery, right? So based on that one history, they will come a conclusion like around 60 patients went with the same condition, same kind of age, same kind of disease, like open surgery they did. So based on that one, they will go with the, like how many people are success, how many people are failed in that operation. So from the success rate, they will take the best output, okay, and they want to predict the best prescription to this particular new patient. So this is our output. This is my performance. Based on my experience, who has the experience now? My machine has the experience. We train this machine with the data of 10 years. So if you are training this machine with the 20 years, you will get the 20 years experience. If you are training with machine for 5 years, you will get the 5 years experience to that machine. So this, my machine learning algorithm, it will assist the doctor by this kind of patient. We have a success rate of like 30% only, for example. There are chances of 70% failure. So like what is the 30% success, what the prescription we given, what is the treatment we given to the patient, and what is the surgery procedure. So based on this thing, they will predict these 3 things to this particular patient, right? it will be not that simple. It will be like there will be 6 months of job to do this one, 6 to 1 year to build this algorithm and to train this one, and we need to get the output in this way. So based on my experience, I'm able to perform a task, okay, and we are able to get an output. So like that is performance, I can measure it. So this is like computer imitates and adapts to human-like behavior. Machine learning makes prediction and decision based on the past data, right? Based on this past data. And system learns. Here it is learning everything and grows and develops when they exposed to new data. Whenever we are inputting the new data, it will try to develop and expose the new data. Right? Based on that one, we will get the output. I hope this is clear for you people. If not, please text me or ask me. I repeat this same topic. So this is the basic foundation for machine learning or for the like artificial intelligence. Like it is the like main part of data science. Okay. So machine learning is not that tough. Is not that like what we say. It will not take that much time. It's very easy. Like it will be based on the trainer and how much you are grasping and how you are interacting with your trainer and how much the time you are spending with machine learning algorithms and Python code and statistics problems. So if I say like if you are spending around 4 to 8 hours in a day, like if you are not employed, if you are a student, like it is a good time to practice. If you are employed, daily practice for 2 hours. Try to spend in weekend more time so you can be like hands-on practice for you. Like you can make your hands a little bit dirty with this code of machine learning and data science related stuff. So types of machine learning, they are like we have supervised algorithm and unsupervised algorithms and reinforcement algorithms. So I'll tell about one by one. First, I'll like tell about supervised algorithm. We'll take one example in supervised algorithm as like a classroom. Okay. So leave about this example. Classroom. So in classroom, teacher is trying to explain from past 1 year. You are 10th class student, SSC student, okay, and you are 10th class. And from past 1 year, the teacher 6 faculties are coming. Each subject they are training you, and from past 1 year, they are giving their best input to feed your brains with the subjects. Like after training you for particular 1 year, they will conduct a test, right? So they know like what the results will come up, who are the students are doing good and what the results will come, who will come first, who will come go last, right? So based on the training part, they will predict easily like who is getting what results, right? In the same way, they are monitoring this one. Supervised algorithm is that like we know the it will be completely labeled and structured data. We know the input and we know the output. When we are giving the input and when we are training the data with the machine learning algorithm, we can guess easily, we can predict the output. It must be in this way. So this is nothing the supervised algorithm. In this one, supervised algorithms, we have regression algorithms are there and classification algorithms are there. We'll discuss about that. When it comes to the unsupervised algorithm, here teacher is absent from past 1 year and students are unaware about the subjects. Directly they appear for exam. And the people who are very smart, they will find their own ways like finding the patterns and they will train their model and they will attend the exam. So no one knows like output. But whoever are doing good, like based on the identifies like best ways and practice, and they can organize this one. In the same way, unsupervised algorithm, like we don't know, it is not structured data, unstructured data, it is not labeled data, and we whatever the data we are giving input based on the identifying the patterns, based on the clustering or association and rule binding or some kind of clustering algorithms, will predict the outcome. and we will segregate the data. Like if inside the data, if we have circles, stars, and triangles, like we don't actually, just I'm displaying something, but we can segregate the data based on the clustering algorithms or whatever the algorithm supports in the unsupervised algorithms. Coming to the part of reinforcement, the system takes decision based on the past rewards for it actions. For example, Harshita is there, Ravi is there, and Swaroop Kumar is there. Like whenever, if you remember your like childhood, so you are driving, like you want to learn bicycle. So what you do in the initial stage, you take the help of someone, your father, mother, sister, brother, or friends. Okay, and you start pedaling the bicycle, and you'll fall down, and you'll notice that I did this mistake. That's why I fall down. And you don't know what is a mistake. So based on your mistake, you'll try to make a feedback or make a note, and you'll try to not to repeat the same mistake, right? While you are pedaling the bicycle, you are riding the bicycle, right? Next time, again you fall down, again you will get up, and again you rectify your mistake. You will analyze where I am doing the mistake. Okay, I'm not handling it proper, or I'm not sitting properly, I'm not pedaling it properly. So based on your assumption, based on your feedbacks, based on your positive and negative marks points, based on your past actions, you'll perform the next level. Okay, every time you practice it one time more, you will gain the knowledge. And coming to the part, like when it in the reinforcement also same. So whenever it tries to play the game chess to the opposite opponent with the white coins, so whenever it make a move like in particular direction in the chess coin, like a straight or diagonal or like a triangular shape, whatever the coins will move. So whenever it did a mistake, it will make a bad move and it will take a negative mark. Whenever it does the right move, it will make it as a good move and it's a positive plus point. So the based on its mistake, it will try to learn and it will not repeat the same kind of mistake. So the machine will train itself like in 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 1 lakh times until it gets all the moves positive. So after trained that many times, whenever you go and play with the system, you cannot win with the system because it is already trained 100%. You cannot win with that system. So it can easily defeat anyone in the world. So even though like if chess champion Vishwanand is sitting opposite to the system, it will defeat him because it got trained that many times. It will never make the wrong move. So that is reinforcement algorithm. And like we have in the machine learning algorithm, we have like a supervised and unsupervised. In supervised, we have a classification and regression. In unsupervised machine learning, we have a clustering and association, rule mining. And like coming to the part of supervised machine learning algorithms, like we have a classification and regression. So I can explain this one later because we are running out of time. Okay, so we have around 8 minutes. So I'll try to cover up. So in classification, when you want to classify certain mails, spam or non-spam, you can easily, with the help of classification algorithms, you can segregate that part and you can train a spam, ham and related terms in your training model. You can easily segregate the data. When it comes to the regression, in continuous value number, we are trying to train the model with the past data. We are trying to apply certain regression algorithms like linear regression or multiple linear regression or support vector regression, and we have like a random forest regression, decision tree regression. So there are so many algorithms which we try to predict with the past data. So it will train and we'll get a value for that one. This is like unsupervised algorithm. We are giving the input data and with the based of the clustering help, I'm trying to identify the patterns and trying to divide the data and segregating the group of data into 5 groups. So it's assure like clustering. If you say like a tower range, local whatever the geography is there, population is there, and we want to give inputs. Based on this input, system will try to find the cluster based patterns and it will try to get the results. Like it will train and it will learn and it will think that okay, I need to adjust these towers based on this area, based on the population. So this will cover up in this way. optimal localization for the tower located, right? And association rule mining, something you are buying or something you are reading books on Flipkart or Amazon. Like whenever you read or whenever you purchase related stuff, the same kind of stuff it will try to give a recommendation based on this one association rule mining algorithms. So this is something Google DeepMinds will do. Like whatever we see, like AlphaGo game is there. So it has designed with this one called computer. Like it will start like a neural network concept or a video game playing something, or like a computer network building based on the brain structure. We can do with the neural networks. Detecting the eyes disease, we can do with the neural networks. We can do with the computer vision, OpenCV. So AlphaGo application is this one statement. And self-driving car, like you know about Telsa, like they are completely doing like alpha beta testing on this one. It will come very soon. Like recently they got some failures, but they are almost 99 98% success in the doing the part. Like they are still working on that one. And the future of machine learning. This is not purely on machine learning. This is an AI application, like completely deep learning, machine learning combination. They are enabled this one, self-driving cars. And coming to the future of machine learning, like deeper personalization, self-driving cars, smarter investment, better medical assistance will be there. So what are the skills required for the machine learning engineer or like the data scientist need? Like fundamental of statistics and software design knowledge, applying the machine learning algorithms, data modeling, programming languages like Python or R, mathematics. This will train you each and everything, and like you will be thoroughly trained from the Feednet Solutions Private Limited. This is responsibilities of machine learning engineer, ensuring the good data flow between the data set, database and backend, running ML experiments with the ML libraries, developing ML solutions into the production, implementing custom codes, or performing feature engineering. So based on these responsibilities, like you need to work as ML engineer. Like it was chat of 2017 where the opportunities how it is showing. Now we have very great opportunities in the market. And this is some topics of deep learning. So actually we have time of 9 minutes more for this demo. So I'll try to cover up this one also. So whenever we go with the like black and white image, if you want to enable that one into the fully colored image, like we are using convolutional neural network. In convolutional neural network, we use convolution layer, we use a max pooling layer, we use like flattening layer, fully connected layer, and on the top of that one we apply ANN, like whatever the ANN and RNN models are that we can apply on that one. So I'll explain like internally how it works. When we are handling with the neural networks, whenever you are giving an input of image of dog or cat something, so it will divide into first layer, like pixel values detected, edges it will try to identify. I'm just giving a random example. Combinations of the edges identified and future identified, it will collect that one. And combination of like future identified, it tells us like it is a dog or it is a cat. So whatever the black and white image we are giving input, based on this convolution neural network layers, it will do certain process like adding the bias, adding the weights, and it will redo the backward propagation until the error rate is coming down, loss values coming down. Then based on the like whatever the identified features are there, based on that one, it will try to identify the fully colored image. It will map everything. So from our weights and as well as the search of the internet and wherever it finds the recognition of that particular thing, and it will try to identify and map the particular colors to the object. And this is the output which we get. And why do we do deep learning? Like works with unstructured data, handle complex operations. Like machine learning has a certain limit, but when it comes to like deep learning, the huge data you have, the huge output it will come, like best output it will come. For the lesser data, we don't use deep learning, but the data which has like complex data, complex operations are there. For that one, we use this one deep learning concepts. Future extraction will happen very good and and achieving the best performance for this one. So when I say the feature extraction, machine learning algorithm uses label sample data to extract the patterns, while deep learning accept the large volume of data input and analyze the input to extract the features out of object. I can explain this in clear in more like in upcoming sessions. As of now, in the demo, you can consider it has a very good engine which gives a great support. Okay, what is neural network actually? Whatever the like biological neurons we have in our brain, the same kind of interface they developed, the scientists, the researchers who made this one possible for the neural networks. For great support, we are taking the deep neural networks. So we have like neural networks are models of the biological neural networks that allows computer to learn and interact human do. It has interconnected neurons with dendrites that receive the input, and based on those inputs it produces electrical signals output through axon. So same like biological neuron we have in our brain interface. We have a receiver as well as we have the like outcome throws the output will be there, axon, same names we are calling it. So the internally in neuron, each perceptron will like in this way, like whatever the inputs we are giving x1, x2 up to xn, it will adjust with the weight 1, weight 2 up to weight n, and it will activate certain function to, and activate, after activating that function you will get output. So it will adjust the weights, it will adjust the bias value, it will adjust the function, like it will try to apply a function on that one, sigmoid function or ReLU function, a tan H function. So then you will get the output. So this is a like learning like a formula, summation of I equal to 1 to n. So weight of I into input, this one is input and this is a weight of I into x of I plus d. If you are holding multiple weights, then it will say like weight of I, a weight of 1 into x of 1 plus weight of 2 into x of 2 plus weight of 3 into x of 3 plus bias value. So summation of all whatever we are doing until n value. So this is a formula, like inputs are multiplied with the weights and a summation is performed plus bias is added in this one. So this is a little demo for today's session. And Raju Reddy, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
No, sir, nothing. The explanation was very nice. Yeah,
Okay.
I understood everything.
Okay, like if you have any questions in the career, like how it will be the career, or if you have any questions in like how the sessions will be there, online or offline, which one you are like opting as of now? Like you want to come online or you want
Yeah,
batch?
for that, I prefer offline only.
Okay.
No. Sorry. I prefer online.
Okay, I'm just worried like in the pandemic situation you want offline. Okay.
Yes, offline. I think I think online is better. Online is very better right
Yes,
now in this situation.
in this situation. And don't worry that offline sessions, I can ask more questions in online. You cannot ask questions to the faculty. No problem. You can ask
Yeah.
questions. Like online also
Okay.
interact with the faculty.
Okay.
So like whatever the doubts you have, if you want to do anything, if you want to redo that program, we'll give a great support. And after completing the course also, whatever the like resume building tool, like until you attend the interviews, until you get the job, we'll keep on training you. So that journey will be there with the FeedNet.
Sure. Okay.
So you can discuss with Lakshmi if you want any more details, or you can contact to another number. Like Lakshmi has Surya mobile number. He's the coordinator here in the FeedNet, and he's the like manager of the telecalling department and a technical guy. If you need any more like a clarification on this particular thing, you can directly discuss with Surya. If you want to discuss, like you can take the number from Lakshmi, and my name is Sampath. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any question you have, Raju Reddy?
Nothing, sir. Right now there is nothing.
You can rethink about the like everything demo, and you can discuss with Surya, and you can come up with one like whatever like you feel comfortable timing, like which time you want to start the batch. Like we have different time slots are there, So based on the first come first serve will be there. On each thing we have certain limited seats only. Whether it is online, we want to restrict to the limited numbers because we want to give a chance to the students to interact with the faculty more. If number of students are more, they cannot interact with the shy or some another reason.
Yeah, yes, yes.
So as same like in the classroom training, how personal training assistants will be there, in the same way we want to go with the online also. We want to restrict to the limited numbers. If that batch is filled, you can attend in the different time slots. We have multiple time slots. We have multiple trainers. No issues. Training material will be same kind of explanation from everyone. And whatever the this one training will happen, every day session will be recorded and it will be given to you.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Raj, ready
Okay.
for attending the demo. Thanks for your time.